Hey guys, thank you so much for listening to Do a Babble Media. If you're listening on YouTube or Spotify, please take the opportunity to like, subscribe, comment. Even if you hate me, I'll take the hate comment. Please. It'll help our small channel grow. Thanks for listening. What is she up to now?
Who?
The Hawk 2 girl.
She got a podcast just like us.
No, she don't do it anymore.
She doesn't have a podcast just like us.
Just like us on some weeks. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Do a Babble Media. I am Babylon.
I'm Dua Flipa.
And this week, we are covering Rupauls Drag Race Season 17, Episode 6. And we are on time this week. I'm so proud of us.
I can't believe it. It's just because my work got canceled today.
Well, we are on time for recording the episode. We're not on time for sending it out.
Well, Friday at noon.
TBA.
Friday at noon.
Friday at noon. Friday at noon.
Friday at noon.
I am in such a good mood for this podcast. I'm a little bit 50-50 right now, though.
Oh, okay.
Well,
I feel so good. Actually, I'm 50-50.
Okay, you know what? I feel so good, but I also feel like complete shit in the same sense. Because I need to let everybody know about something that's currently changed my life.
Is this your piggy of the week?
It's not my piggy of the week because it has to go through the test run. Like, it has to be consistent for me to name it Piggy of the Week.
Okay, so it's your Piggy of the Day.
So it's my Piggy of the last 12 hours.
Sure.
Me and Dua Flipa live in New York City, and apartments here do not have dishwashers. Like, you're lucky to come across an apartment with a dishwasher.
Right.
So I ordered a personal mini dishwasher for our counter, and it came today. And I had to wait a whole extra week. I waited 2.5 weeks for this thing, and after completely fucking it up the first time and putting too much detergent in there, I got it on the right track. It went through its first load. It both washed and dried. Everything's back in a place. And I'm so happy about it. Also, though, I am sick.
Oh.
And I think I'm going to sound...
Oh, that was the end of it.
That's the bad.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the bad.
I thought you were going to say I'm sick of something.
No, I'm sick. And I'm going to do my best to sound like a normal person and not super nasally and annoying. And I'm also trying...
That would be pretty on track.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'm going to just try my best to not do that. And I'm just going to try not to sniffle.
I need you guys to know that Babylon, this new dishwasher, Dishy Minaj, as we like to call her...
Dishy Minaj!
has been the central focus of Banyan's entire world since he woke up. He woke up, saw it was delivered, put it together, and... the dishes will be washing, and he'll just go to the kitchen and stare at it and just watch the dishes get washed. And I'm like, had you put as much effort and time into watching the dishes get washed and washing them, we would have saved $350 on this dishwasher.
Oh, but that's supposed to be your responsibility.
And I do the dishes.
Not on the timeline that I would like.
You know what? Sometimes you just use too many cups in one day.
And sometimes...
When you only drink water throughout the day, tell me why there's 4 cups in the sink.
That is your problem.
No,
that is what you do.
You are an exponential dish user.
I am not.
Yes, you absolutely are. You will use like 7 different knives to get butter onto your bagel.
That is absolutely not true.
Look, roll the tapes. Roll the tapes.
There are no tapes. This isn't Big Brother. And I know, because I see it with my eyes, who uses the most cups and the most dishes throughout the day.
And I see it with my hands that I scrub them with.
You don't scrub!
I use 1 cup, and it's my damn Taylor Swift The Eras Tour cup, and it's because it's 64 massive ounces, and so I can fill it up
Also, most of the time...
I'm sorry.
Because
okay,
most of the time...
See what chores do in this household?
No.
This is what it turns into.
Most of the time, when I... get a cup out. I got the Taylor Swift cup out, and you took it from me, so I have to go get another cup.
My question is, we spent about $350 on a dishwasher. Why didn't we just get...
Also, who's we? Who's the we?
Your money's my money.
Oh.
My money's my own, but we share yours.
Okay.
So we spent $350 on a dishwasher. Why didn't we just spend like $80 a week like on a full cleaning lady service?
Like, how many weeks would it take for 80 to get to 300?
I'm here to fucking do a podcast, not NASA.
You know what? You're right. And we're
kidding.
gonna get to the
I'm
podcast,
kidding,
but
kidding.
you know what? Because you brought it up, I do need to know. Who is your piggy of the week? We're making this a thing. I'm sorry. We have to start the podcast every week by making sure that we know.
Fair. My piggy of the week is the Philadelphia Eagles. Go Birds! Taking home the Super Bowl. I've said it from the start of the season. I know this is a drag race podcast, but I am a huge sports fan. I love the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm going home for the Philadelphia parade, and yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. And it was a huge celebration for me.
My piggy of the week is the Demon Twink who stole my coat from
Oh my God.
Playhouse. Thanks to you, I missed the next day of work, and because of it, I have to work a double on Valentine's Day. So, hopefully I'll make a lot of money, and then I'll be thanking the Demon Twink for forcing me to pick up a double on one of our busiest holidays, because I would have never done that.
That's why I don't believe in rights for gay people anymore.
Girl, me either.
Well, I mean, that's not why. I haven't believed in gay rights for a long time, but that really sealed the deal on, like, especially twinks. So, like, I'm taking the whole Donald Trump approach of, like, no more twinks. No more twinks. We're not going to do twinks.
I will never mention that orange man on this podcast.
If you're a twink, you have to have pink eye and spend
God.
3 years in jail.
Oh my God.
That's all.
Okay.
It's a rite of passage.
It's a better executive order than changing the name to the Gulf of America.
I mean, we all priorities, right? If it wasn't the Gulf of America, who's gonna claim it next? You know.
I hope it's going to be the Gulf of Joella. That's what it should be named.
Oh, that's a great transition into
Yes,
this week.
it is. She's been gone, but we start the episode. Nobody went home last week. Arietti survived by pulling the number one lever on the badunkadunk tank. And while she did it for what is apparently her lucky number, I forgot that she had the number 17 tattooed on her.
Right.
It also was obviously meant for season 17, and Arietti stays and the girls are pressed.
I think a lot of people are happy.
Yeah, a lot of people... Actually, you're right. A lot of people are happy.
Yeah.
Because she's just, like, friends with everyone, but... Honestly, get the bitches out.
Right. When Harmona and Acacia, when they found out neither of them were going home, everyone was pressed because no one was friends with them.
Do you think that's because... Well, that's probably because...
It was week 1.
No, it's just I genuinely think that they were like, oh, well, we don't see Harmona as strong competition. We know she's not going to win anyway, so if she goes home, it's fine.
Right.
But do you see that for Arietti? I would be more excited to see somebody like Arietti go home because, girl, that is actual big competition and Harmona can just go home another time.
Well, exactly. I think a lot of the girls, especially knowing that the next week was going to be a ball and knowing that Arietti's a sewer.
Well, think about it. They didn't know that at the time.
I feel like you kind of know what's coming the next weeks when you're there.
Well, I don't think so. Because, I mean, spoiler alert, we're jumping ahead way into, but next week is Snatch Game. And there's 11 people going to be doing Snatch Game. That, like, never happens. Or unless you're season 15, which did 2 Snatch Games and had 14 people. So you can't predict what's coming up. So you just have to think about the whole competition as itself. Do you see Arietti as big competition, even though she's kind of been flopping for most of the season?
Honestly, after that lip sync, I'm like, I'm not worried about her staying. I'll lip sync against Arietti.
Yeah.
I don't care. Let her do the freaking cha-cha slide, whatever she was doing up against me, and we're good.
Mm-hmm.
I would have no fears. If I was Lydia, I would be like, hello? Is anyone going to be like, you killed that lip sync. You deserve to be here. You ate that down. We didn't know you had that. But no, that's not Lydia's personality. Like, Little Miss Butthole. She's just going to, like, sit there and be quiet. But for me, I would have been like, okay, yeah, great. She stayed. Cool. But, like, she shouldn't have. I beat her in the lip sync. Why aren't we talking about that?
All right, well, let's go on to the next day. And we get into our first real mini challenge. We kind of did the Monopulence thing. Not really a mini challenge. The girls are going to be getting into glory hole drag.
What is that? What does that mean to you?
Whore. But like clown whore.
Big lips.
Mm-hmm.
Big red lips.
Maybe a unibrow.
Just sloppy. Right. Things that you don't see outside of the...
You want to leave a lot of lipstick on the... I don't want to say penis.
What do you want to say?
Just something that's a euphemism. I kind of like
On the knob.
yeah.
You want to slob the
You
knob.
want to slob the knob and leave a red impression all over, just so when he goes back to his girlfriend, she knows where he's been. You want to give her hints.
Where have you been? Let me smell your dick.
Let me smell your dick. Could you imagine if she smelled the dick and was like, that's Babylon breath. We're going now.
Or smells it and goes, that's Red 200.
Red 200.
From ELF.
Yep.
You're done.
Did you just call ELF ELF?
That's what it's called.
It's called ELF.
No, it's not.
It's not ELF.
It's ELF.
You're joking.
Call it ELF.
So is Mac MAC?
No, but it's not ELF.
You just didn't know what it was called.
Yes, I did. That's why I called it ELF. That spells elf. You think I just don't know how to pronounce things? Hold on. My Uber Eats is here. I gotta go. We did look it up, and it is ELF, but that's okay.
Nobody calls it that.
We all learn new things every day.
Yep, but I hate it. Ooh. And I learned that I hate that.
And I learned that sometimes I'm right.
Yeah, you're right. It's an ugly name. All right. The mini challenge was crazy. Everyone got into crazy whore clown drag. And
just quick 5-minute lipstick everywhere.
The challenge was to split into 2 teams and get 15 lipsticks in between a glory hole only using your mouth. There was Team Rue and Team Norvina who came in to the workroom this week.
Looking amazing.
Amazing. She's like pheromone on the substance.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I was like, is that Farrah?
She looked so good. She was the best crossover between Pheromone and Christina Aguilera.
Yep.
I mean, they look the same anyway, but it really is the blend of those two.
Yep.
She was like, I'm not coming on camera unless I am the prettiest person. And not only just the prettiest person, but the prettiest person by a mile.
Right, so they made everyone else get into the quick, ugly drag.
Way
they were like, hey, 5 minutes, become a whore. And everyone's like, okay. And then they're like, and by the way, here's the prettiest person you've ever seen
Here's
in your
a literal
life.
princess. Here's a literal Disney princess walking through.
Right.
Team Rue wins. Doesn't really matter. I think that they just all won some money, which is good for them.
Yep.
And we get introduced to our challenge this week. This week, we're doing a bob. We're doing a bob. We're doing a bob.
Okay. So this week's challenge is a ball.
And our theme is let's get sea sickening.
Yes, we have 3 different categories. We have bathing beauties, sea creature couture, and Sea Sickening Eleganza, which they will be making themselves from materials found in the ocean.
The ocean being what they could find on Amazon.
Yeah, I don't know if they found that sequin top in the ocean. I don't know how they really cleaned that or figured out where that came from. But yeah, if they did find all this from the ocean directly, their interns were working hard in some scuba gear.
Category 1, bathing beauties. Supposed to be basically just a bathing suit category. Sea creature couture. The girls had to choose a reference photo of their favorite sea creature and make an outfit based on that. And then Sea Sickening Eleganza, what you just said, making everything. I'm worried to cover this. This is going to be an uphill battle, I feel like. Trying to talk about how many looks? 36?
Well, so what we're going to do is go by each person and talk about their package. We'll just talk about the one girl and how they did in each category, just so that it'll be more streamlined.
RuPaul comes in and does his walkthrough with the girls, and Ariete, I'm not worried about for this challenge. We saw how she's done in a design challenge.
Right.
We know the girl can sew down, and she still seems a little upset last week about potentially being sent home. Rue asks her, should you have been in the bottom? And she says,
No.
She said Crystal should have taken her
place.
place.
Yeah, Crystal Envy, yeah.
For both runway and performance in the challenge.
Right. And then after, Crystal overhears it, and once they're done their talk with RuPaul, she goes, did you say I should have been in the bottom last week? And Ariete goes, yeah, I did.
I mean, I appreciate her honesty. You guys say what you gotta say. Rue asks you a question, you answer it. That's like the nerve portion of charisma, uniqueness, nerve, talent. She wants to see that you've got that. I just was more gagged that she picked her.
Out of anyone.
Out of anyone?
Right.
I don't know who else you would have picked, because my pick would have probably been somebody like Hormona. But, I don't know. That was a bold swing for somebody who I thought was perfectly fine last week.
Yeah, I really didn't see Crystal being in the bottom at all. But also, you know, we're not there in person. Everyone has their own perspective on things. I don't know if it was a game move, knowing that maybe Crystal was going to do well in this upcoming challenge and trying to bring her down a little bit. You never know.
I feel that if I was Crystal Envy, I would have throat punched that bitch because I'm tired of her talking.
Who, Ariadne?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're an Ariadne fan.
Oh, am I an Ariadne fan?
Right.
Pull up in the badunkadunk tank.
Yeah. Pull up in the number 17.
Pull up in the number 17. She runs her mouth. Like, if I was in a competition with her,
yeah,
I would want to fight that bitch.
I'm like, girl, you got saved by a number. Like, chill.
So go home again.
Right.
I'm telling you, if I was ever on RuPaul's Drag Race and somebody went home and got saved by something, I would look at them over and over. Go home again. Go home again. And go home again. That's all I would say.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even say anything else. I would fight with girls. And speaking of fights, we have to get into what the fuck happened on this very day.
Yeah, it was a lot.
So Lexi picks her fabric and it's a tarp.
Big blue tarp.
Big blue tarp.
Yep.
And, you know, tarps made for keeping things dry.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently making outfits in this case. Apparently, the girls are allowed to go outside and spray paint things to make things look different than what they are, which I think is actually super smart because that's what people do in the real world.
Right.
I guess that there were tarps already outside for people to lay their stuff on and spray paint so that the lot doesn't get messed up.
Right. So there were brown tarps on one side, and there was a big blue tarp on the other side.
So people went outside to spray paint their stuff and spray painted it on the tarp Lexi was going to use for her outfit. But she goes outside and just sees brown on her outfit. Brown on I wouldn't say on her outfit, on the material she's going to be using for her outfit.
So Lexi freaks out, runs back inside. One of my favorite shots on Drag Race ever.
Who ruined my outfit? Who did it? Somebody, please.
And she's in this fuzzy bucket hat, and it's so hard to take her seriously. But all the girls are like, "Oh my god, who did that? Who did that? Who was outside spray painting?"
It's so good the way that they're building this story because we also are sitting here going, who the hell did this?
Who did this? Right.
Nobody seems to know.
Right.
I mean, Ariadne's outside looking a little sus, but she's not using brown spray paint.
Right. Ariadne was the only one outside with Lexi when she realized, and Ariadne just didn't say anything. She just kept spray painting, kept doing her own thing.
Well, after Lexi begs somebody in the room to tell her what happened, she runs back outside to do a little bit more Nancy Drew detective work, and Anya raises her tiny little finger. You guys want to really know what happened? And just explains it by saying that they thought that the tarp was to protect the lot, and they spray painted on her fabric.
Right. And so everyone's like, why didn't you just say something? And she's like, I didn't feel like it was the right moment. She seemed really heated. She seemed upset. Whatever. I'll talk to her.
Fuck that noise.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, fuck that noise.
I know. Lexi looks around and sees that Anya has a brown outfit that is spray painted next to Ariadne's and charges back inside and doesn't say any.
Walks by Anya with if a look could fucking kill.
All the eyebrows in the room were burned off with the trailblazing.
Well, most of them don't have eyebrows, so yeah, that's probably
I know,
true.
but the rest of them were gone. Like, every hair on anyone's body was burned off with the trail that Lexi was leaving of heat. She was so mad. She walks right over Anya's shoulder, just looks at her, says nothing.
So they start fighting about this, and it kind of just... fighting. Like, they're actually both mad.
Yeah, the girls are, like, cowering in a corner, like, all just, like, hugging and being like, oh, God, when is this gonna end?
And it really is just Lexi being like, I wish you would have just owned it when I asked instead of making me feel crazy, and Anya being like, I'm owning it now. I didn't want to talk to you in the moment about it. Okay. I'm taking you back. It's early 2010s. You're either Team Jacob or you're Team Edward. But today, you're either Team Lexi or you're Team Anya.
Anya did something wrong to Lexi. She should have gone to her and said, like, hey, I messed up. I'm sorry, I didn't know about this.
Right, so you're Team Lexi.
Right,
Right.
but then, yes, and then she also had the. Not only did she have the opportunity to do that herself and just go to her and be like, "Hey, I didn't mean to do this. This happened. I'm so sorry." But then Lexi found out about it, came into the room and was like, "Who messed up my outfit? Like, what happened?" And didn't say anything about it, and then didn't say anything until she realized she was caught. She just has to own up to not even a mistake, just you owe your other competitors a fair shot at being able to compete in the competition. And she didn't do that, you know? And then there was also another interesting moment during the RuPaul walkthrough with Lana Jarre, who has been safe every episode and expressed their frustrations to Ru. And Lana said, I've been safe every episode and I kind of want, some critiques.
And Rue
And
said, be careful what you fucking wish for, bitch.
right, because Ru said, actually, a couple weeks ago you were almost in the bottom because your dress was unfinished. So make sure it's finished this week.
I feel like it's the first time that's ever happened in the workroom where somebody was like, I'm just like craving to hear something from you. And then Rue goes, well, be careful of that, bitch, because you wanted something, you almost got it a couple weeks ago.
Right. And there was no, like, you've been doing great in the challenges.
Mm-mm.
There was nothing. It was,
nope, it was,
actually, you could have done this a couple weeks ago differently. And
I'd be shitting my pants.
Right. And what's crazy is that, yes, I understand wanting to be the front runner, wanting to stand out, wanting to get critiques from these people. But at the same time, a safe noting is a critique to me. Saying that you did it enough where you didn't catch our eye in a negative way, which is all that matters. If you're there another week, I guarantee you that any girl will take that over being in the bottom.
One more thing we do have to talk about. Sam apparently has grown up with no money. She says that's why she knows how to make things.
She's like, I know how to make things out of nothing because I grew up very poor. I had nothing growing up. And I had absolutely nothing.
I did get a little moment of when we found out that her godfather is Charles Barkley.
Yes. Now, I'm so sorry, but if Charles Barkley is a huge part of your upbringing and your life, I really can't see a world where he was letting you suffer and like not have any money growing up.
That's why I'm putting my hands up. I'm not gonna say like I'm not saying you're lying. Your experience is your experience.
Right.
I'm wondering how long the poor lasted. When you say like we grew up poor, do you mean like 1 to 3 when you don't remember? You know what? Let's not diminish this woman's experience. I'm just saying
if Charles Barkley is your godfather and you are struggling in life to the point where you say that you grew up super poor and you didn't have anything growing up, the math either
you could just say the math ain't math.
Yeah. Either Charles Barkley hated you or something's not adding up.
My God. We move to the runway, and our extra special guest judge this week is Hunter Schafer, who looks so cute. I'm so excited she's on Drag Race. It's like the first person I've been excited about being on the runway since Doechii. And also, rotating judge, La Roach, back to the stage. I'm so ready.
Rotating judge.
Did you just come up with that?
Yeah, I did.
I hated that.
Rotating judge.
Our rotating judge, Law. This is just the step we need in the direction to get Zendaya as a guest judge on Drag Race finally. So put that into the universe.
La Roach or Hunter Schafer?
Both. La Roach is her, not her designer, but like her stylist.
Oh.
And Hunter Schafer is obviously lesbian lover of Euphoria. Let's get started on the runway. Category is Sea Sickening Ball. What is it? Sea Sickening Ball. Category is Sea Sickening Ball. First to the runway is Crystal Envy. Category 1 is the Bathing Beauties. She comes out as new Barbie and then transforms into the OG Barbie swimsuit. And then pulls a little frilly bang and puts it on the front of her head. This look is super cute. It's not really original, but I really liked the bang reveal that she did.
Yeah. Next, she comes out as a puffer fish, and at first, when you look at the outfit, it's deflated, And then when she comes down to the end of the runway, it inflates and she is a giant pufferfish ball.
The shoes, the armadillo shoes that she wore, like the Alexander McQueen, were absolutely insane.
Yeah, the giant circle one.
Yeah. I don't know how you walk in those. And then finally, for her Sea Sickening Eleganza, this is the look she made. Now, I need to ask you before we talk about her look. What percentage of, like, the judging do you think should go to the looks they brought and then the look that they made?
It's the same as normal, like 80-20 to me. Like, the challenge was making an outfit, so...
I don't know. I feel like I'm like a 60-40. Anyway, for her Sea Sickening Eleganza, the look she made, she is wearing a very fitted pink and yellow dress. It's a little too tight. She can't really walk in it. Kind of trying to give a mermaid silhouette, and then she's got a lot of frillies all over it that pretty much match the same color. I really liked this look, though.
She couldn't walk at all. And I think if you're going to use a non-stretch fabric, you have to kind of know that when you're making this kind of look. And if you can't walk to the point that it makes the dress awkward, then it kind of pulls away from the like, wow, this dress is gorgeous, because it looked so uncomfortable. And listen, there are a lot of models who can take small steps and make a non-stretch fabric, super tight dress look good. It just wasn't working. She looked uncomfortable.
Yeah, honestly, it really took her out of winning this week. And it's the second season in a row where we've seen really great garments have to take a back seat because the person can't walk in it.
Nymphia from last year. I knew that you were going to talk about that.
Yeah, it's sad, but other than that, it looks amazing. It's going to photograph super well.
The next girl to come out is Jules Sparkles. For her Bathing Beauties runway, she had a tiny gold bikini from H&M and an oversized gold chain link belt.
Also from H&M.
Yeah,
I didn't like this look. The thing that I didn't like was the middle, because I couldn't tell what was bathing suit and what was possibly her tights ending. It looked super strange there.
Yeah.
And the bathing suit wasn't really even that cute.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of giving body, but just basic gold bikini. And I think a lot of drag queens could have worn that for this category. This is Drag Race Elevate.
But her next look, her sea creature couture, where she came out as the Spanish dancer, more than made up for that first look. It's like a painted bodysuit that has a lot of frills on the outside to give the dress and body more dimension and shape. She looked like the sea creature, and it was so cute.
Yeah, so a Spanish dancer is that white and orange sea slug thing that has the main body and the frills around the outside. And that's exactly what she did with the silhouette. So it really worked with recreating the creature of something that I didn't know the name of, but I've seen it before.
I was impressed by this. It was really good.
And then for her Sea Sickening Eleganza,
I guess she did a leotard that she accented asymmetrically with the shoulder and the hip with kind of big
poofy
tarps.
Yeah, and the hip was massive.
And
like pointed like upwards.
Yeah, and then she also wore like a red stocking around the outfit as well. I actually really like it. I'm not gonna lie. I really like how it's styled.
I didn't actually.
Really? Why?
I didn't like this look at all. I thought it was so disproportionate for the body. I thought the hips came out way too far and the shoulder was way too big. I just thought everything needed editing and it would have looked a lot better.
I feel like it was edited. Honestly, the only thing I would have done differently is that part that's hanging down at her side. I wish somehow it was able to be like a full moment, like take it all the way down. That's the only thing I would change.
The hip?
Yeah. That was an oil spill that I would want in a Dawn commercial.
That was an oil spill that would be in the Gulf of America and not the Gulf of Mexico.
Damn. Next to the stage is my girl Butthole, bathing suit beauty. She wore a leopard bathing suit that had 4 bulges in it. She had 4 penises. It was 4 bulges. It was starting from like in between her breasts and ending on her butthole. I didn't really like this. I actually wish that instead she had just done the 1 bulge. I think it would have been so much more effective.
I agree. I like the idea of like bulges and all that, but like the color of it and also the placement, it kind of looks like It kind of looked like she took a dookie.
Yeah, the brown. It was too brown. It wasn't light enough to be like a cute leopard.
There was a giant bulge right where her butt crack is, and it's like, oh my god, did she shit?
That's
her
what
pants?
I thought. I thought she dookied.
And that's what I thought. It was like, oh, I got a bulge in a dookie.
Yeah.
And like,
that butthole needs to douche.
I
actually wish. Okay,
there was one in the twin chamber.
Like for this first one, I would make it lighter, and I would do one bulge, and then like still do like the long piercing off of it, like she has Prince Albert.
Yeah.
And call it a day.
Yep. For her sea creature couture, she did an anglerfish, which I love. However, she wasn't the anglerfish. There was an anglerfish that she was riding.
Yeah, we've seen this done a couple of times on Drag Race now, where it's like they're on something. It's made to look like they're riding something or doing something.
Yeah.
This was cool in concept.
The look of it...
Little, for some reason, Grease production to me.
What the fuck?
Like, she looked like a
What
pink...
the fuck do you have against Grease?
She looked... But, like, high school. That Broadway.
What about Grease? Like,
no,
what about
I'm just
that
saying, like...
scaly, fishy riding a fish...
She looked like a pink... Like, a girl in the Pink Jacket Club. What is it called? It's been a while since I've seen this movie. And I've only seen it once.
What are you even talking about?
She looked like a pink lady.
Yes, the pink lady.
But she, like, if pink ladies, like, were jockeys that rode anglerfishes. Grease meets Finding Nemo.
You know what? To each their own.
Yep, exactly.
And Charlize Theron.
Charlize Theron. So for her Sea Sickening Eleganza, she came out in a bunch of pipes that were made to form like a robotic bodysuit, pipes hanging down too. It was very reminiscent to me of her Mask for Mask runway, like in the silhouette and kind of the construction. And I know she makes a lot of her outfits, but if this is what I'm going to keep getting, I'm going to need her to stop making a lot of her outfits. I didn't like this at all.
I kind of loved it.
I
loved the design of the big spirals and the way that, you know, there were spirals and then there were straight line designs, and then she had it dripping down too, and it was all made of metal pipes, and then what was it? Food tins, like oven.
I don't even know.
What are they called?
Yeah, I guess.
Baking pans.
Yeah.
They were made of baking pans.
I get it's... Ooh, I'm getting flustered. I just don't like the shape. I don't like really anything about it. I'm impressed that she was able to make it, I'll say that. I mean, I would never be able to touch stuff like that and make it that way. I didn't like it.
You're a butthole hater.
I'm a hater of the butthole this week. Not a top. Don't send me whole pics.
Don't send whole pics anyway, bitches.
Don't send whole pics. Next to the stage was Shamshar.
Shamshar.
Her first...
Why does RuPaul say it like that?
I don't know, but it makes me think she's going to be in the end because she has a nickname. Or at least close to the end. Who else does she have nicknames for? Lawrence Cheney! Yeah. Why do you say Lawrence Cheney, but it's never Ellie Diamond? I'm still trying to work out, my Ellie thing. Like, I'm playing around with you. I'm figuring it out. God. Okay, Shamshar. Her first Bathing Beauties look was a 50s yellow polka dot dress that she reveals to a itsy bitsy teeny weeny yellow polka dot bikini. Love the concept, and I thought this was the best way you could do this outfit if you were going to do this concept.
Yeah. The next look that Samstar brought to the runway for the Sea Creature Couture was based off of a viper fish.
Never seen this fish, never want to see it again.
We've learned that it's like a smaller version of a piranha, but it apparently has this super creepy jaw, and she comes out with this face covering with like teeth almost, like covering her whole face, and
it's all metallic.
It's an entire metallic chained hoop dress with no fabric on top. It's just like hula hoop, silver hula hoop chain, silver hula hoop chain, bigger hula hoop chain, and it was why are you laughing at my description? That was accurate. And it was so gorgeous. It was so good.
It was so good.
This was one of my favorite looks of the entire season. That's why I had to like describe it. It was so cool.
I've been finding her very boring on the runway as of late, so this was a nice turnaround.
Yes, I completely agree. It was a super, super, super toot for her.
Yeah. And then finally, the look she made, her Sea Sickening Eleganza, she did like the Cruella garbage dress. That's what it reminded me of. Have you ever seen Cruella? Yeah. Like the Emma Stone?
Yeah.
When she gets dumped off of the back of that garbage truck and then she stands up and then the garbage truck goes away and it's all just like garbage sewn together. You don't remember? That's the cuntiest part of that movie.
I don't remember that.
Oh my god. Okay, well that's what her dress reminded me of.
For a long time in my life, I wasn't looking for the cuntiest things and things. I was looking for like
this movie's not that old. You were definitely gay by this point.
I was gay by one.
And you were in theater school by this point. It's like you were real gay by this point. But, okay, so she made a ball gown that was the bunch of garbage bags inflated to, like, make the bottom of the dress. And it was gorgeous.
Okay.
So cool. You didn't like it?
I don't remember.
No, I'm saying that's what Sam Starr's outfit is.
Okay, but I don't remember what you're talking about. But yeah, I loved Sam Starr's outfit. It was so cool. Like, conceptually, like, just the idea of it, like, we're taking all these garbage bags, making it into something that's gorgeous. Like, you know what I was like? This is Glinda.
This is Glinda. Her best friend instead of Elphaba was Oscar the Grouch. Like, she still had a green friend.
Oh! Yes! Yes, Sam Starr is if Glinda met Oscar the Grouch instead of Elphaba.
Right.
Yes. Oh my god. Because she's like, let's adapt. Let's get all this trash.
Oh my god.
Yes, you're right. Another green friend would, yeah.
I loved this look.
And I love that the judges, too, I know this is skipping ahead a little bit, but they understood that there was, like, an idea to this. Like, you can be the princess of trash and make something look so gorgeous from literal bags of garbage.
Yeah.
So cool.
Yep.
Next to the runway, Anya Nerve, she is wearing a kind of white swimsuit with cutouts and a white shawl. I really liked it.
I hated the swimsuit on her. I hated the shawl. I hated the hair.
I did not hate this look in any way. Mm-hmm. We disagreed when we watched this. Okay, so you hated it. I liked it a lot.
Disgusting. Anyway, the next look she comes down is her Sea Creature Couture. She is a starfish, an African starfish, and
an African sea star.
Oh, an African sea star, and I loved this look. This white and red starfish. Like the pants are made to make a certain shape. Her hair was good.
Like it's super inflated. But you know what it reminded me of? I don't know if I liked it. It made me think of like Willy Wonka. I was almost like Augustus Gloop.
Like all the candy that's in that forest before he starts eating the chocolate?
I don't know. I was just like...
I mean, the starfish itself is kind of jarring. It actually looks kind of scary. Like, it's not a starfish I would pick up.
Well, I wouldn't pick up any starfish.
Oh, I've picked up plenty. In Florida?
No, I don't like that.
Yeah, no, picked up plenty.
No, they're alive.
And they start to, like, slowly crawl on your hand.
No. Oh my god. Dude. Creepy crawlies, creatures, don't like them. If they don't have fur on them, I'm not doing it.
Okay.
Anyway, the outfit that she made, that she spray painted on top of Lexi Love's outfit was, I don't know.
It kind of just looked like a bunch of fabric pieces all over her body that were made to look like rust. Like, in my opinion. That is the closest thing that I can describe to it.
Yeah.
It just looks like a bunch of garbage all over her, but it looks sewn well together. It looks great as a concept altogether. I just don't really know what it is.
It was made of rope, tulle, terry cloth, and artificial leaves.
Yeah, and it looks like that.
And it looked like it was sewn to a corset.
I think that it's cool that she can make things for a person who doesn't sew. I, for some reason, like this. I just can't really find a way to describe it.
Yeah, and I think that's why we
Like
can't
when I
describe it is
saw
because
it,
she's not a person who sews. Like she
yeah.
wasn't going for like this is going to be an A trim
Mm-hmm.
ball gown.
Yeah.
You know.
She's when it came out, it was perfectly safe, and I
Yep.
was impressed that she was able to make it, whatever it was. Next to the stage is Arietti. She comes out in her bathing suit look, and this is so cool. It is an avatar going to Rio, bitch.
Yeah.
It's so cool. She is all blue.
Yeah.
Blue, first of all, blue makeup,
Mm-hmm.
which is already crazy, because I was like, where are you going to go from there? You have blue makeup on. And a blue bodysuit with a bathing suit that covers her whole body, and it's just got a lot of cutouts, and it's so gorge.
Yeah. It's black. It's just the blue and black dynamic, and like the makeup with the black hair and the swirls in her makeup that she does and in her hairs that she does matches her bathing suit.
Yeah.
It is so well done.
Alaska wishes that she looked like this for the Ready Rodeo Challenge.
Yes. Yes. For her sea creature couture,
Oh my
she
God.
comes out as a lionfish. Everything is completely airbrushed. She has her fins from the lionfish pulled back and then reveals them forward and they come out cascading. Everything is beautiful. Her face makeup matches her outfit so beautifully.
Holy shit,
It was unbelievable.
I don't know what you said. You said Sam Stars was the best that we've seen on the runway this season. I'm sorry. This is the best one we've seen on the runway this season.
Yeah.
This look was crazy. And to know she took off all that blue shit and then painted her face to look like a tigerfish after this
Yeah.
is insane to me.
Yeah.
The dress looks exactly like a tigerfish. It's gorgeous.
It's a lionfish.
Sorry. I'm sorry. Lionfish. Lionfish.
That's okay.
And she looks insane. The look that she made was this coral reef-esque look made out of like yoga mats and I don't know.
So it was yoga mats, bottle caps, and wire.
Yes, the silhouette was cool. The spray paint of the pink into blue was awesome. I loved the bottle caps all over because it looked like bubbles. And then the coral that she made out of the hot glue was insane. It
Right.
was all amazing.
Yeah.
And another makeup change.
Yeah. And thank God that she was brought back because all three of these looks were incredible.
That lionfish needed to be seen. If that had gone home before this,
That's how I feel about Lucky Stars in this challenge. The next girl to come to the runway is Miss Cootie Coot, Miss Doody Doot, Miss Susie Toot.
get it out, girl. Get it out.
I love her so much. She comes out in a male drag, 20s inspired, Coney Island, brown and white striped. I'm not even sure what the exact reference is, but I know what it is.
Her outfit reminds me of what you see when you see like the strongest man lifting up the 1,000 like dumbbell that's bending at the circus.
Yes.
Like what those guys wear.
Yes.
Reminded me of that. I like it. I like the concept. Again, I want her to cinch. I need her to pull it in.
I just don't really care about that anymore. That's not her.
I just need it. If your looks are going to be so basic, I need a cinch.
But she was doing male drag.
But like with a female body, what are we doing?
All right, I guess so.
Yeah, like let's have the dichotomy here. Cinch that waist, girl. Cinch it. Okay, but her octopus look that she came out for her sea creature couture.
Yeah, a coconut shell octopus.
Coconut shell octopus. Colors this red. She looks good at red. My favorite looks that I've seen her in this season have been in red. She looks good. I love the hair.
I love that she didn't feel the need to have tentacles coming out all over her body. She just had 2 arm tentacles, and the tentacles were like wrapped into herself, like she was hugging herself. I love that part. And then for her Sea Sickening Eleganza, she made a almost Amelia Earhart looking inspired outfit. I thought it was a very safe look with the bottle caps all over.
Well, the farther I get away from this look, the more I
Like it.
hate it,
Yeah,
actually. I
I
wouldn't
know.
say don't like it. I would say hate it.
I'm thinking back on it and like trying to like explain it in terms of liking it, but like it was boring. It was fine. It was very safe.
I thought it was more hodgepodge than one of the other girls we see later that the judges kind of read for it being a little basic and hodgepodgey.
Going on to Miss Corey King.
Jesus. Alright, brace yourself. Swimsuit. She did Katy Perry's Left Shark and came out in the Katy Perry look that she did for the Super Bowl, or like a rendition of it.
Well, she came out in the shark outfit and then revealed.
Right. She was Left Shark into Katy Perry. This brought a smile to my face, so I can say that at least about it.
Yeah.
It was cute.
For her sea creature couture, she was a mandarin fish, which I didn't know what this was, but then when she came out, without seeing the reference photo, I kind of would have knew what it was. It's kind of like a blue and yellow striped fish, with a lot of frillies on it. And I thought the dress was fine. I thought there was a lot of extras on it that didn't need to be there. A lot of like extra poofiness.
It was big. There was a lot of tulle in that train that she was wearing. As far as the garment goes, I really liked it. I thought it was the best thing she's worn on the runway so far.
I agree. I hated the hair.
I always don't like her hair.
I know you
always
say
don't
you
like
always
her makeup.
don't. Oh, keep going. What else? What, Corey? You hear that?
Well, she's just the worst person I know. She's
Corey.
She's B negative blood type, which I don't trust those bitches.
Oh my god.
Social Security 721.
Her address is.
Yeah, I don't know. Because I just can't get past the fact that what she made on the runway, the Sea Sickening Couture, is Vanity Milan Part 2 with these orange ropes.
Oh my god, yeah.
And it's just a corset with orange rope around it. As a package, this does not excite me.
No, the shark and Katy Perry look was boring. The mandarin fish look was
gorgeous.
Good. It was fine, but like not like whoa. And the orange rope corset will never work.
Doesn't get much better on the runway because next up is Acacia Forgot.
And
actually, you know what? I'm gonna come to her defense a little bit, I feel like.
Okay, yeah, I will too.
So for her Bathing Beauties look, she did a vinyl swimsuit.
Like a beach ball.
And she wore a swim cap that had the same colors and some floaties. The floaties were a little sad that she was wearing, but I loved her swim cap with all of the detail on it, and then how her hair came out of it. I actually really liked this swimsuit look.
Yeah. I did not like the fit of the swimsuit. It did not fit like a swimsuit. I don't know if it was the Ozempic finally kicking in or whatever, or if it was just a poorly fitting swimsuit. But, sorry.
Probably both.
I liked the idea. It was just basic.
Yeah.
Sea Creature Couture, I did not write down what sea creature she was being.
Oh, shit.
And I do not remember what she looked like.
Well, she didn't do it justice.
So,
she kind of looked like a red a red sea anemone.
Oh yeah. She was wearing like a red dress with like red frillies that like were supposed to like come out and almost be like cascading.
It's supposed to like cascade over, and instead
but
it drooped.
Didn't. Yeah, they kind of hit like a 120-degree angle instead of like a lovely 80-degree that she was going for.
Yeah.
So then for her Sea Sickening Eleganza, it kind of looked like she was a baked potato.
She was Judy Jetson Hooker.
I'm sorry, what?
Judy Jetson Hooker.
Say that one more time.
Judy Jetson Hooker.
You're saying it with such confidence, so I want... What does that mean?
Like, it's just Judy... She's given, like, future...
So, let's break it down. Who's Judy Jetson?
She's from the Jetsons.
What's that?
What? You don't know the Jetsons?
No.
Oh my god. I'm either aging myself or you just really don't know.
Is there a hooker in the Jetsons?
No, I'm just...
Are there hookers?
First of all, you're missing a couple of different references here. Somebody says Judy Jetson Hooker in season 3.
Okay.
So that's just what I'm saying. Giving you Judy Jetson Hooker.
Okay.
Okay,
We got there.
we got there. So anyway, I didn't find this look as offensive as the judges.
No, I didn't either. I liked the construction of the foil. I thought it was like very modern, and I liked this look more than buttholes.
Yeah, I do too.
Well, next to the runway is Miss Lexi Love. Do you want to start out with what she came out with for Bathing Beauty?
She came out naked, and
Well, it came out censored.
she kind of
Literally.
did like the Madonna naked walking down the street with the censored bar. She literally has a censored bar, and instead of a censored bar in her puswacha, it's hair and it has crabs in it.
It looks like freaking Medusa.
It's scary,
It
but
is-
she
it-
looks cunt.
It is scary looking.
She looks cunt.
For her sea creature couture, she came out as a purple stinger jellyfish.
Wow.
I don't really remember this look.
What? It's just, it looks like not the parts of the jellyfish that are the stingers, but like those extra wavy parts all over, and she had the jellyfish swimming above her head.
Oh, yes.
It was so
But I was like,
beautiful.
why is there a jellyfish swimming above her head if she's the jellyfish? Like,
Well, jellyfish like swim like in pods. Don't you remember Finding Nemo? There's a ton of them. Like she herself
Okay.
was one giant jellyfish, and then she had another
first
one.
first of all, just because I don't know the Jetsons, do not diminish my memories. I know Finding Nemo.
Mhm.
I remember bouncing on the jellyfish.
Yeah.
Yes, I know they swim in pods.
Or
I just
whatever.
mean the dimension of it. It was like a tiny jellyfish, and she's this giant tentacle.
No, she's like a whole other jellyfish.
It didn't add up for me.
Oh, I loved this. And then the outfit of controversy this episode. Controversy. Is her look that she made. This Eleganza look it was just the tarp draped around her in a different way. Now I'll say this about the tarp. Like the tarp looked different. Like she manipulated in the way that it glittered, and she put like lily pads all over it.
She put a hole in the tarp and put it over her shoulder.
I actually like this look. I don't know why. I didn't like it the first time, but like this second time around, I liked it.
To me, anyone who enjoys this look or thinks that it's good is absolutely, undeniably delusional. This is one of the worst looks I have ever seen in a design challenge. The little to no effort that this outfit takes is absolutely unbelievable.
I loved it though.
It needed to be way more.
It did not offend me.
I was offended. Lexi, you let me down. And I know you're listening.
And what did offend me was our next one down the runway, Hormona Lisa. This bitch. I love you. I love you in that bob, bitch. But let's get into this. Alright, bathing beauties. She wears a pink bathing suit, one piece, and a swim cap, and has a bubble gun.
That's
it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Her sea creature couture, she comes out as a leafy sea dragon, which is basically a seahorse. Like one of those, like, leafy seahorses. No. It was...
Dua, can I finally address that this dress is something that she wears every fucking episode?
Yeah.
This was when I wanted her to go home.
Yeah.
It was this dress.
I know.
I've seen this dress and this hair 4 to 5 different times from her now.
Yeah.
It's giving Aiden Zane's wig. That one fucking wig he wore. I can't keep seeing the same fucking thing from you
and
over
she
and over
thinks
again.
she's serving.
It was her goal. It was her Monopulence look. It was her Monopulence look, but in blue and purple.
Yep.
It was her her promo, but in blue and purple. I'm so sorry to skip ahead and say that this bitch went home, but I'm so happy after this. This bitch went home.
Don't.
All right. Hello. Let's go to what she made. Because it was also basic.
So what she made is she made it with umbrellas, bags, and bubble wrap.
It was almost like a 1960s like top with a hoop skirt that was made to look like a ballerina tutu.
Yeah, I think if she was gonna do that big of hips, she could have made it longer.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Or like giving it some dimension and not have it all end at the same point.
The fabric or the whatever the fabric is, like I don't necessarily know what she got that from. I assume the umbrella. It looked like Golden Girls wallpaper.
Yeah.
I don't know.
My advice to Hormona would be to stop being so scared of being sexy.
Oh my
of
god!
like
Wait,
being like
she's doing it currently in the real world. Bitch is stage diving,
work.
being carried by crowds.
Good.
Crazy.
I love her.
Love her.
She's grown so much on me, and hopefully this will give her the confidence to not do so many looks. And also, did you notice after the what's it called, when they did the glory hole passing the lipsticks, she was like, well, I'm gonna have to talk to my pastor, and that's my father. And I was like, oh my god, this girl is just like a trans woman figuring out her way in this world. Like, she hasn't had the opportunity probably to like feel sexy and like be a beautiful.
I was gonna say, like I don't think
obviously
I
she's
don't
very
think
beautiful.
I was gonna say I don't think the advice is to tell her to like that she needs to stop being like so sexy. She needs to start trying to get into the sexy. She needs to stop trying
That's
to
what
be
I'm saying.
pretty.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, be like, don't be afraid to like show off skin and be sexy and like let loose a little bit. I feel like it's all very conservative, and if that's
Yeah,
your
it's just all
drag that you do,
pageant.
if that's your drag that you do, but like we saw so many different versions of Jinx when she was trying to like be her version of like sexy and showing off skin. Like, it just felt very pageantry, and like we never really saw Hermona let go.
Yeah.
Our last girl on the runway is Lana Jure, and for Bathing Beauties, she comes out in a bikini. That's it. Looks good, yeah, very lazy.
There's a way to do naked on the runway and still make it interesting. One of the people I think of is Simone on season 13 when she wore like her all beaded look. Like she was naked. She came down, no pads, just oiled up, like whatever. But the hair was interesting, the outfit was interesting. The bikini is not interesting enough to compensate for the gold handprint on her butt.
Right, yeah.
But I mean, she looks good, whatever. If you got it, flaunt it. For her second look, Sea Creature, she was a sea urchin. I liked it. The purple, glittery, spiky look.
Yeah,
I don't know.
it was
I'm not
fine.
feeling her this episode.
No. I mean, well, she was in the bottom for a reason.
I know, but like, also, okay. Maybe maybe Law Roach, like Law Roach's critique of her this episode really is like sticking in my brain because he's so right. She is so model-esque without any of the model attitude. Like,
Well, sometimes she has it.
I have not seen it.
She had it when she was in the bikini outfit.
I guess, but like I guess that's really just been it for me. I just like don't see her having like the Lux Noir London attitude where like you could tell her that she was shit and she'd be like, no the fuck I wasn't.
Lana's last look on the runway is her Sea Sickening Eleganza that she made. It is just not good.
No, it reminds me of what Priyanka made for their first design challenge. It's like this sea look that made me sick.
You know what? I'll give her this. That look is what I would imagine someone would make for clothing if they were stuck on an island for like a week.
I actually liked the rope or the net that was hanging off the side of her leg.
I did not like that.
I liked that. What I didn't like was the blue tarp hanging with the rope. When she took whatever was on the side of her off, it made it so much. It wasn't great. It wasn't great. But it made it so much more interesting and better. I think her confidence was shaken with her talk with RuPaul going into this, and I feel like it just showed. So we have some tops and we have some bottoms, just like any good gay party does. The tops this week are Arietti, Sam Shamshar, and
Crystal Envy.
yeah. Do you agree?
Yeah, I think all the looks that they made were really, really, like, in a different class than a lot of the other people's.
Yeah, I agree. No changes. And the bottom three this week is Lana Jure, Hormona Lisa, and
Acacia forgot.
Acacia Forgot.
Mm-hmm.
Do you agree with that?
Yeah. I didn't hate Acacia's outfit as much as the judges did. My bottom three would be Corey, Lexi, and Lana.
My bottom three would be Corey, Hormona, and Lana.
Lexi's rectangle tarp.
You would take Hormona out of the bottom? Why?
Because the outfit that she made was way better than Lexi's tarp. It was a tarp.
Oh no.
It was just a tarp.
Well, at least it was interesting because it works like it's something I'll actually think about. I will never think about Hormona's look.
You know what? Then I'm wearing a tarp out this summer. I'm just cutting a hole in a tarp and I'm wearing it.
Do
You better
it.
tell me I'm fashion.
It's interesting at least. RuPaul announces that the bottom two this week is Lingerie and Hormona Lisa. Ariete is our official winner of the week, which I totally agree with, and they lip sync to Get Him Back by Olivia Rodrigo. I am putting a petition out right now to ban any more Olivia Rodrigo songs from touching the RuPaul stage.
Yeah, you hate them.
I've never seen a lip sync with her songs that I like. We've seen 3 now, at least. This lip sync was so low energy, and I don't think it's their fault. I think that this was a bad song to pick.
I think it's kind of their fault. You could have a lot of emotion in this.
This song doesn't...
I want to key his car. I want to make him like...
It's too teen angst to be, like, solemn.
So then play teen angst.
Like you have to almost play this comedic.
Right. So then do it.
I just, like, I'm, like, tired of Olivia Rodrigo songs. I don't like them. And this could have been a double sachet, but RuPaul... sends Hormona Lisa to the hoose back to Chattanooga, Tennessee, and Lingerie lives to see another day.
Yeah, fine. I don't really know. See, at this point in the competition, I really don't know what Lingerie brings that's superior than any other girl there.
Yeah, me either. I could see her going, like, she's probably, of all the girls that are left, she and Acacia are the only two that I'm like, not saying you can go, but I don't see them I don't see them being like the final 9.
I don't see Corey going much further either.
Yeah.
Corey King, I'm so sorry.
Alright, well, hopefully this will be out on time. We'll see. And until next week, we'll see you guys later. Bye.
Bye. Go Birds. Go Eagles. Happy Valentine's Day.
Oh yeah, that too.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.